12 mind-blowing fact about Guadeloupe, the most unique territory in Caribbean. Number 12. Guadeloupe is not a country. Guadeloupe is a little piece of France floating in the Caribbean Sea, just southeast of Puerto Rico. It's not just one island, it's two main ones, Basse-Terre and Grande Terre, along with some smaller ones scattered nearby. From above, it looks like a butterfly spreading its wings, separated by a narrow stretch of water. It stretches about 60 kilometers from end to end, with a total area of around 1,628 square kilometers. About 400,000 people live here, but the birds? There are even more of them, filling the air with their songs. Reaching Guadeloupe is easy. Just hop on a plane from Paris, Miami, or another Caribbean island. Guadeloupe belongs to France, and people speak French and Creole. Life moves slower here. It's about sun, sea, and simple pleasures, fresh fruit at the market, long chats in the shade, and waves rolling onto golden beaches. It's France, but tropical, where time drifts like a soft island breeze. Number 11. A land that doesn't stand still. The Caribbean is no stranger to violent storms, with hurricanes tearing through the region year after year. But Guadeloupe stands out as an odd exception. While tropical storms do pass through, they strike far less often than in neighboring countries. However, this doesn't mean Guadeloupe is safe. Its greatest danger doesn't come from the sky. It comes from deep within the earth. One of the most devastating earthquakes in Caribbean history struck Guadeloupe, reducing its largest city to rubble. With an estimated magnitude of 8.5, it was even more powerful than the infamous 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Fires raged across the city, consuming homes, hospitals, schools, and government buildings. Nearly 90% of the city's structures collapsed, including its grand cathedral. The port, Guadeloupe's economic heartbeat, was shattered. Roads and bridges crumbled, cutting off essential supplies. Hospitals overflowed with the injured, and with poor sanitation, disease spread rapidly. Offshore, the sea wasn't spared. A massive tsunami crashed onto the coast, swallowing entire neighborhoods. Even after the initial quake, the ground trembled for weeks, keeping the island in a state of fear. It took over 50 years for Guadeloupe to fully recover from this catastrophic event. Number 10. Curvy girls and the unique tourism industry in Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe's curvy women are a sight to behold, full-bodied, confident, and radiating Caribbean charm. With smooth brown skin, deep eyes, and thick curly hair, they carry themselves with a natural elegance that turns heads. Their curves aren't just admired, they are celebrated. Here, a woman with a full figure is seen as a sign of prosperity, good health, and even status. Their outfits is a pure island beauty. Many wear brightly colored dresses that hug their curves, often with traditional Creole patterns. Flowy, off-the-shoulder tops and long, ruffled skirts that sway with every step. On special occasions, they don the madras, a vibrant plaid fabric, often paired with a head wrap tied in intricate styles, each fold carrying its own meaning. And when it comes to men, Guadeloupean women aren't shy. They know their worth and aren't afraid to make the first move, especially with foreign men who catch their interest. Warm smiles, playful conversation, and a little flirtation come naturally. They love confidence, good humor, and a man who can keep up with their fiery spirit. In Guadeloupe, beauty is bold, curves are power, and love is a dance as intoxicating as the island's sweet rum. Number 9. Clothing optional hot springs completely free. Hidden in the lush, steamy jungles of Guadeloupe, there's a little-known paradise, completely free, completely natural, and completely clothing optional. These hot springs bubble up from deep within the earth, heated by the island's volcanic heart. No tickets, no fences, just warm, mineral-rich waters waiting for anyone who dares to slip in. Locals and adventurous travelers come here to soak, unwind, and let the stress melt away. Some keep their swimsuits on, but many embrace the freedom, letting the hot, healing waters kiss bare skin under the open sky. The steam rises, mixing with the thick scent of tropical flowers, while the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves create a soothing symphony. The atmosphere is relaxed, welcoming, and completely judgment-free. Whether you're alone with a partner or even making new friends in the pools, the unspoken rule is simple: respect and enjoy. Some say the minerals in the water work wonders for the skin, while others just love the pure, uninhibited pleasure of floating in nature's own spa. If you ever find yourself in Guadeloupe, seeking a moment of peace, adventure, and maybe a little bit of daring, these hot springs are calling your name. Number 8. The land of the longest lifespan in the Caribbean. Guadeloupe isn't just a tropical paradise. It's home to some of the longest living people in the Caribbean. While the region is known for its laid-back island life, Guadeloupe stands out with an impressive average lifespan of around 81 years, higher than many of its neighbors. But what's their secret? It all comes down to lifestyle. Life here moves at a slower, more natural pace. Stress barely exists. People take their time, whether it's sipping coffee in the morning breeze, strolling through the market, or sharing laughter with friends in the shade. The air is fresh, the sea is close, and nature is never far away. Food plays a big role too. Guadeloupeans eat fresh, locally grown fruits, vegetables, and seafood straight from the ocean. Their diet is rich in tropical superfoods like mangoes, papayas, and coconut, packed with vitamins and antioxidants. Many elders still cook using traditional methods, avoiding processed foods and artificial ingredients. Movement is part of everyday life. People walk, swim, dance, and enjoy the outdoors instead of sitting still. The warm climate keeps them active year-round, and family ties remain strong, with multiple generations living close together, supporting one another. Even in old age, Guadeloupeans remain social, laughing, storytelling, and enjoying music. Their secret isn't just about what they eat or how they move. It's about embracing life with joy, simplicity, and a deep connection to their roots. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real fountain of youth. Number 7. Smelling perfume to choose a husband. Guadeloupe is full of unique traditions, but one of the most fascinating is choosing a husband by scent. Yes, you read that right. In some old customs, women would judge a man not just by his looks or words, but by the way he smelled. This tradition goes back to a time when perfumes weren't just for beauty. They were a sign of personality, status, and even chemistry. A man's scent, whether from natural oils, spices, or carefully chosen colognes, could tell a woman everything she needed to know. Did he smell strong and bold, like a confident leader? Or soft and sweet, like a romantic dreamer? Perfume blending was an art, and women had their preferences. Some believed certain scents could attract love, luck, or even prosperity. At dances or gatherings, women would subtly lean in, catching a whiff of a potential suitor. A pleasant scent could mean an invitation for conversation, maybe even something more. Though the practice isn't as common today, Guadeloupeans still have a deep love for perfumes. Walk through any local market, and you'll find fragrant oils, exotic spices, and floral blends, each bottle holding a little bit of island magic. Number 6. Pointe-à-Pitre, the heartbeat of the city. Pointe-à-Pitre isn't just a city, it's the living, beating heart of Guadeloupe. This is where the island's energy pulses strongest, where the streets hum with life, and where history, culture, and commerce all collide in a whirlwind of color and sound. Known as the island's economic and cultural hub, Pointe-à-Pitre is a place of movement. Bustling markets spill onto the streets, filled with the scent of fresh spices, tropical fruits, and sizzling Creole dishes. Vendors call out, selling everything from handcrafted jewelry to bottles of homemade rum. The city's port, once the center of colonial trade, now welcomes ships from all over, keeping Guadeloupe connected to the world. But it's not just about business. Pointe-à-Pitre carries the soul of the island. Its old colonial buildings whisper stories of the past, while modern street art and music bring the present to life. By day, it's fast-paced and lively. By night, the music takes over. Zouk rhythms, laughter, and the clinking of glasses fill the air. Pointe-à-Pitre is more than a city. It's Guadeloupe's unstoppable heartbeat. Number 5. Festivals happening year-round. Guadeloupe is an island that never stops celebrating. Festivals here aren't just events, they're a way of life, bursting with music, dance, and wild energy. While there are many, 2 festivals stand out above the rest. Carnival is the king of them all. From January to Ash Wednesday, the streets explode with color. People in dazzling costumes, feathered headdresses, and glittering masks parade through the cities, moving to the pounding rhythms of drums and zouk music. Dancers, musicians, and even costumed devils fill the air with excitement. It's loud, electric, and completely unforgettable. On the final day, the burning of King Vavel, a giant effigy, marks the end of the festival, symbolizing the release of past troubles. Guadeloupe's festivals never fail to stir the soul. Number 4. Beaches more beautiful than the photos you've seen. Guadeloupe's beaches aren't just beautiful. They're the kind of breathtaking that no photo can truly capture. The moment you step onto the sand, the world slows down. The waves whisper, the palm trees sway, and the air is thick with the scent of salt and tropical flowers. Of all the island's beaches, Plage de la Caravelle is the crown jewel. This stretch of paradise, with its powdery white sand and crystal-clear turquoise water, looks like something out of a dream. The ocean here is calm, warm, and inviting, perfect for floating, swimming, or just letting the sun kiss your skin. Fringed by coconut palms, Caravel is a mix of relaxation and life. Some people nap in the shade, others sip rum cocktails at beachfront bars, and kids splash in the gentle waves. Snorkelers drift over coral reefs, spotting colorful fish darting beneath the surface. And when the sun starts to set, pure magic. The sky turns gold, pink, and fiery orange, casting a glow over the water. No camera can capture the feeling of standing there, feet in the sand, watching nature paint the horizon. Guadeloupe's beaches aren't just seen, they're felt. Number 3, no subway, but a very creative local bus system. Guadeloupe has no subway, no trains, and no massive transportation networks. But what it does have is a local bus system that's as unpredictable as it is creative. Here, buses aren't run by a strict schedule. Instead, they move when they're full. No rush, no pressure, just island time. These colorful minibuses, known as Karu, zigzag across the island, picking up passengers wherever they find them. There are official stops, sure, but waving one down from the side of the road works just as well. Inside, it's a mix of locals chatting, music playing, and the occasional chicken in a basket. Fares are cheap, making it the go-to option for those who don't want to drive. But patience is key. Sometimes you wait 5 minutes, sometimes an hour. It's all part of the adventure. In Guadeloupe, getting there is never just a ride, it's part of the experience. Number 2, the spiciest dishes in the world. Guadeloupe isn't just about tropical beaches and rum, it's a paradise for spice lovers. The island's Creole cuisine is packed with bold flavors, fiery peppers, and rich seasonings that wake up every taste bud. If you can't handle heat, be careful, because some dishes here will set your mouth on fire. But don't worry, Guadeloupean cuisine isn't all about spice. If you prefer something milder, try Colombo de Poulet, a fragrant chicken curry with a mix of turmeric, cumin, and local herbs. Across de Moru crispy cod fritters are another must-try, golden, crunchy, and just a little kick of spice. Whether you're here for the fire or the flavor, Guadeloupe's food is a wild ride of taste, heat, and pure island soul. Number 1, cost of living in Guadeloupe. Living in Guadeloupe feels like a dream, until you check the prices. Since it's part of France, the cost of living here is higher than in many Caribbean islands. Groceries, fuel, and dining out can be expensive, especially since most goods arrive from mainland France. Housing in a small apartment in Pointe-à-Pitre or Le Gossier costs between $650 to $1,300 per month. A beachfront house? Expect to pay much more. Utilities like electricity and water can add another $100 to $200 per month, especially if you use air conditioning often. Food. Fresh local produce and seafood are reasonably priced, but anything imported, like French cheese, wine, or packaged goods, will cost extra. Shopping at markets helps, but dining out is still pricey, with an average restaurant meal costing $16 to $32 per person. Transportation? Public buses are cheap, but unreliable. Owning a car is almost a necessity, but gas prices are high, averaging around $6 to $7 per gallon. Overall, Guadeloupe isn't a budget-friendly island, but for those who love a laid-back, tropical lifestyle with a French twist, the cost is just part of the island's charm.